Good morning, student. My name is Miss Manisha Borkar, Department of Fishery Science, NES Science College, Nanded. Now, today we are going to start here the theory paper second. The name of paper is Type Study of Wallgo attu. It is commonly called as a freshwater shark. Now, today's we will see here the unit number 4th. Okay, in previous lecture we are seen or the start the unit number 4th. In previous lecture we seen the excretory system. Okay, what is the excretory system, what is the process of osmoregulation, as well as the what is the process of that the excretion. Okay, we will see in a previous lecture. Today's we are seen here the excretory system, which is related to the female reproductive system. Here we seen the unit number 4th. The topic is female reproductive system. Okay, this reproductive system which is related to the a sexual dimorphism of fishes. Okay, here we are seen the female reproductive system. The urinary organs of the female, which like those of the male, are the paired kidneys, the uterus and the urinary bladder. Okay, the details of their anatomy and histology are alike in the two. Okay, in alike in the two. Okay, here we are seen here that the male are having the paired kidneys, the uterus as well as the urinary bladder. Okay, we will see in the detailed anatomy of the histological slides here. The differences lie in the genital organs and the pseudocopulatory papillae having a separate urinogenital apertures. The genital organs have the paired ovaries, the single oviduct and the pseudocopulatory papilla. Okay, in that the female reproductive system, the genital organs are present here, that is the ovaries are present in the female reproductive system, which will in the paired form. Paired form is that the two ovaries are present here and the single oviduct with the pseudocopulatory papillae. Okay, we will see here the what is the ovaries and how to roll the ovaries in the female reproductive system. The ovaries are a pair of elongated sac-like organs like below the air bladder and the posterior kidneys. Okay, in the posterior 2/3 of the coelom during the breeding season. Okay, these ovaries are elongated, which are sac-like organs which present below the air bladder and posterior kidney. Here they are 2/3 of the coelom during the breeding season. In that breeding season, which is 2/3 to the coelom. Okay, the free anterior and blunt ends, though separated from each other, remain adherent during their greater length except for the short anterior part. Here seen the diagram of female urinogenital organs or the female reproductive system. Here the reproductive part is seen here, that the first here's that the very yes, structure are present here, which is that the gills are present. In that above gill there is a design form structure is present in a triangular shapes, which is a head kidney. Okay, which is the part of that the kidney. Okay, we are knows that the kidney is having the head kidney as well as the posterior kidney. Okay, these locations will be formed here, that up to the head kidney there is a posterior kidney is present here. So okay, then in above that the posterior kidney there is a abdominal muscles are present here. Okay, ovaries which are formed in the paired form. Okay, we will see here the long elongated portion is present here, which is we are called that the ovaries. Okay, in that ovaries, below that there is oviduct is present in a single. Okay, oviduct is a single. In that are in a rounded shape, there is a anus, or the in below that the anus, there is a genital pore is present here, which is the opening of that the anus genital pore. Okay, in that here, so there is a ureter is present. Above that ureter there is urinary bladder is present here. Below that the rectum and the pseudocopulatory papilla is present here. Okay, this is the uh, female urinogenital organs. Okay, we will see how the role of that the ovaries in that urinogenital organ. Okay, the ovaries get reduced at the end of the breeding season to small diverticula after the oviposition. Okay, these ovaries will be reduced in the breeding seasons to a small diverticula of the ovipositions. The ovaries are covered by a peritoneal covering and are attached to the air bladder. Okay, these ovaries which are covered to the peritoneal covers and attached to that the air bladder and kidney by the mesocranium. Okay, here's they are grayish green in the early stages, become reddish and vascularized in the breeding season, and yellow after the oviposition. Okay, these ovaries will be colored grayish in that early stage. The color is grayish, and up to the they will be reddish, vascularized at the time of that the breeding season or the matured period. They will be in the reddish in a color. The ovary shows the development of oocytes throughout the year. Okay, these ovaries they shows that the stages, developmental stages of the oocytes. Okay, these ovary having the followed that the process of that the formation of that the oocytes. The mature oocytes are largest in months of July, August, and September. Okay, we are knows that the this season which is that the breeding season of that the fishes, the July, August, and the September, the fishes having in a mature stage, and they will shows that the oocytes in a mature form. The fish is supposed to be an annual breeder with a short spawning period. Okay, we knows that the some fishes having the annual breeding, some will be the they will having the 2 months in within a six to the month they are having a twice in a their the period of that the breeding season having a twice. Some fishes in that up to the annual breeding fishes they are having a short spawning period. A mature ovum has a prominent nucleus with a number of yolk granules. Okay, in that ovum, in that the formation of that the ovum has the prominent nucleus with a number of yolk granules. The mature ova which lie in the center of the ovary, while the immature ones lie on the periphery. Okay, the mature ova in the center of the ovary and immature will lies with the periphery to that ova. The two ovaries which unite a little behind the kidney and their peritoneal covering which extends back as the short common oviduct which opens on the pseudocopulatory papillae. The pseudocopulatory papillae, unlike that the males, has its transverse septum extended up to the end of the papillae. Thus the urinary and the genital passages which continue independently to open separately. Here in that we will see here the pseudocopulatory papillae is present in the male as well as the female fishes. This having that the various genital passages to the independently and they opens periphery. Here this is the TS through the ovary. Okay, this we will see that the ovaries are present in the form of a pair. Here's the TS of that the or the internal structure of the ovary. Here's the various nucleus is present here, and in that nucleus or the up to that here's the ova is present in the ovaries, and there is a fibrous connective tissues which made that the TS of that the ovary or the internal structure of that the ovary. There is a nucleus and the oha will be important for the formation of that the um, the process of that the formation of that the oocytes. Here is we will see this is the TS through the ovary. Okay, the genital aperture is anterior and the urinary bladder is that the in the posterior form. Okay, in that the fertilization, how fertilization takes place in the Valagotu, the fertilization of eggs takes place externally in water after they are being shed. Okay, in that fertilization stage, the in Valagotu the fertilization is external type. Okay, the eggs will be the up to the stage of that the formation of that the ovaries, the mature fish will be will having the eggs, they will be legs will be laying in that the water sheds, and the male also deposit the sperms either over the eggs or near them. Okay, then as a same in that the male, okay, the male also deposit their sperms in water to near the or the over the eggs, and the fertilization takes place in the takes place in a externally in the, within that the water. Okay, in the next lecture we will see in that the male reproductive system. Okay, in that unit number 4th we will see in, here the excretory system. Then today's we are seeing here the female reproductive system. Then tomorrow's in a next lecture we will see that the male reproductive system, as well as the how to spawning habits and the how to structure how to create the structure of that the eggs. Okay.